Hi guys, Satyajit Patnaik here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have Shraddha Mondal with me. She is having 6 years of industry experience and have switched from healthcare domain to data science domain in late 2019 last year. And let's try to talk to Shraddha, get her inputs. What was her strategy to learn data science? How did she ended up a job in this particular field? Let's try to hear something from her herself itself. Maybe Shraddha, you can start talking about yourself.
Yes, hi Satyajit. I have completed my master's in biotechnology in 2012, and from there I was working into R&D and production and quality control. But in my latest healthcare job, I was working on the sales data, then quality control data, analysis of that data. So from there, I got the interest for the data analysis and data science, and then I did a course on it and shifted my profile from there.
Okay, nice. Okay, thanks for the introduction about yourself, Shraddha. So we have few questions to be asked, and let's get started. And obviously, people are watching us in this particular video to get some information about how somebody does transition from XYZ domain to data science. Because many people are moving into this particular field, many people are actually clueless how to prepare their profile, how to get the strategies done, because data science itself is a very vast field and there are a lot of topics and a lot of subtopics to be studied inside. So many people are also confused whether they have to start with machine learning or data analysis. Maybe you can also talk about that in the later half of the video. So let's
Sure.
get quickly started about data science. Let's hear what is data science from your mouth. Maybe you can talk about data science a little bit.
Data science is basically to provide the meaningful information of the structured and the or the unstructured data what we are getting, and to get a and for the companies basically for interpret the data for the decision process, like if to grow for the growth of the company or other things
Yeah,
of a part of the company. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just to add one point, like data science is, I mean, people go for computer science engineering, electrical engineering. So in computer science, we study about computers, the in and out of the computers, like what are processors, what are monitors, and then we learn about the different programming languages which we do using computers. So everything related to the
yeah.
study of computers is computer science, and very similarly, as the name says, data science is all about study of data, right? So getting meaningful insights out of it using various techniques. That's good. So can you tell me, where did you learn about data science or machine learning? When was the starting point or the trigger point where where you thought of, okay, what is this, let's try to explore this particular field? When was it and how did you get through that?
So yes, so I was actually working in a government sector. So I never thought that I would like leave my central government job anytime in my life. But I didn't get a transfer as my family. My husband is based in Mumbai and he's a doctor and he can't transfer to Chennai
Okay.
because of the language issue. And I was planning to get a transfer, but I didn't get a transfer, and I was working into like data part of my company's thing. So then, like when I was not getting transfer, I was planning to come back. So I thought that this is the time when I should like look upon, like when I'm interested in data science, I should do a course and I should change my profile while I'm coming back to Mumbai. So that was my transition point. So to getting back, so I was working with the IT team over there. So I have a very close friend who was also doing machine learning course. From there, I got to know about it and I started doing it.
Okay, nice
Yeah.
journey, Shraddha. And my next question is also very related to what I just asked, like how did you hear from data science? That's fine, but how did you get into this particular field? Very similar questions but a different answer. How did you get into this particular field? What was your strategy in getting into this field?
So 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 I started googling it, like how to get into it. So there were like lots of lots of like
Okay.
courses going on. So
Yeah.
I did a weekend course, and on the data analyst, and I started, like, I did a course, I finished it, and then I
Okay.
went into this yeah,
Okay.
just
So
doing
you did
data
some
science
kind of.
basically.
Uh, okay. So you did some kind of a
Yeah.
weekend-based training program, and okay, something like that. So okay. So that was a good experience for you.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
a good experience. So at
Okay.
least I got the like breakthrough that what is data science, what is like what we do into data science, what like all the decision process making, how to like how to interpret the data, in which way, what is the thinking of it, like how to think of
Yes.
a business insight. So everything I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
to know, and after getting exposure. Before that, I was not
Yeah.
having that.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
that, I was knowing data science, but what is data science? Like it was,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea
Nice.
at that time.
Okay. It's good that you have some idea right now. Yeah. So could you please talk about your learning path? And again, I would not repeat my question. The previous question was also very similar to this, but this question I will be asking about your learning path. Now, what I'm expecting is, for example, you could tell me in chunks what you started learning. For example, you started with Python or R, and then you jump to statistics, and then you jump to something else. So maybe your learning path, how did you start learning the different subtopics?
So to get into data science, first our statistics and our mathematics should be good. So our start
Yeah.
was like my start. Started focusing on statistics and mathematics. And
Okay.
so it was not like 12th mathematics, but at least a simple mathematics to understand, and probability, like whatever statistics for data sciences courses are also there. So we need to understand the statistics base for to get into the data science.
Okay.
Then I started with R. Like at that time, I was doing this course in 2018. So at that time, R was in, everyone was teaching R at that time.
Yes.
Then Python. Now Python is in the Python. Everyone is teaching Python right now. So
Yeah.
our SPSS. So I used to do SPSS earlier because I was into preclinical data I used to get. So I used to like
Mhm.
do statistics of my research, healthcare research data. So I had
Okay.
a like idea of SPSS also. So I learned SPSS, then R. So basically these two was focused on. So I did these two
Yeah.
courses. And yeah, so basically data analysis. So I was doing the analysis and giving the business insights for sales data. So I was
Yeah.
focusing on something as analysis. I didn't want to jump to machine learning at first itself. So that
That's
was
good
my
actually. That's
way.
a good strategy. Yeah. That's a good strategy actually, because for you, I can see in your profile, it has been a long journey for you, and you were in healthcare and into clinical data kind of roles, and you switched from there to a specific, like a very data science specific role. So it has been a good transition for you. And yeah, I mean, people also should be focusing on that part. They should slowly migrate to data science. They shouldn't think that a 3 months course will do some wonders or do some magic and they will get a job as a data scientist, because calling yourself a data scientist is a big term, because many people don't really realize what exactly a data scientist does. It does end to end work, from data collection, all this kind of gathering use cases, prioritizing it, modeling, and then building the models, and then creating the pipeline. So it's a whole journey, right? So in order to get your initial job or initial kind of step into this particular stage, you have to take it step by step, right? So that's a good approach which you did, and you were successful in that. Now, can you tell me if you have done any machine learning related internships or any internships related to analytics?
Yeah, I have done internship related to analytics, not into machine learning. So machine learning, I'm still learning. I'm on that thing that I'm still learning the machine learning part. So it's a huge thing. But yes, analytics I have done. Like told, I have studied R, so I have used R. And in my second internship, I have used Python also. But it is just like to get the business insight, to get the insights from the data what we are getting from internship.
Okay, Shraddha. So next question will be related to a machine learning internship. So, in your career, did you get any opportunity to work as an intern in this particular domain, like in this machine learning related domain?
Um, I started my career in as an internship as an intern. So I started as a data analyst only. As I told you that I didn't do any, I didn't jump to machine learning. So my the internship I got into was not machine learning related. It was analysis related. Yes, I used R, data analysis with R and Excel and SPSS, but not totally machine learning. Even in my second internship, I used Python, but that was also not machine learning related.
Okay.
So I'm still in the learning machine learning. It's a huge thing. So it's a
Okay.
continuous
Nice.
process.
Okay. And could you please help tell the users that how did you get that internship? Probably, if so, did you do any internship in between, like after you started your job as a full timer, and then you do some internship, or it was just the internship which you did before your job?
Before my job, like this, like
Hmm.
last year, I started like after leaving my healthcare job. I started.
Hmm.
I then entered when I entered into this data science. I started as an intern because it was
Okay.
difficult to get to a permanent job for me, like a full time job for me. So I thought that getting experience, internship is the best way to get experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I searched, like I googled again, various internship portals are there for data science and other things. So
Yeah.
we will get like lot of data science internships. So I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
applied and I got through it. And
Yeah. Nice.
so I did
Nice.
two internships.
Okay.
So and got 1 year of experience. Then I moved to full time.
Okay. Good. Actually, yeah. Sometimes internship helps, and sometimes people, mainly freshers, they keep looking out for full-time opportunities. So only for them I would just give a small advice that just don't try to sit idle and just look out for a permanent opportunity or something like that. If you actually need to enter the particular field, if you want to enter this analytics or data science domain, my advice would be to go for internships, paid or free internships. That's fine, that doesn't matter right now, because payments and all those things, can there is a lot of future and there's a lot of career ahead where you can easily learn. Because when you enter this particular field of data science, a lot of doors open up, right? Multiple ways of getting paid open up. You do start doing freelancing, start teaching somewhere. So earning, there is definitely a phase where you can start earning as well. But yeah, initially don't compromise your job. Just don't look out for a full time opportunity. In case you are doing a lot of wait, maybe 6 months, 7 months, it's not advisable to wait that much. So just go for internships, be it paid or free, right? So Shraddha, can you tell me what are the real life use cases in which you have worked, maybe recently or as a practice, or any kind of use cases have you worked on recently? Any machine learning
So
related or analysis related?
no, analysis related, whatever I have worked on, like worked, that only I've used. Like I have not used
Okay.
such.
Okay. Have you done any kind of exploratory data analysis on any data sets or something
Yes,
like that?
yes. Like while I'm doing the machine learning, I'm learning machine learning. So in that I have done like
Yeah.
explorating data analysis, banks and credit cards. So
Okay.
it's like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
fine. Yeah, I
EDA.
mean, once you start doing some EDA on some particular use case, you get to know about a lot of topics and lot of areas: how to do univariate analysis, bivariate analysis, how to do analysis on numerical variables and categorical variables. So, and the concepts remain same, but however, data changes. So the way to deal with each and every type of data changes, right? So that's good. Now, now the main question would be, how did you get into this particular data science specific job?
So before getting into this job, I I have given a lot of interviews. So I didn't. Sometime I got qualified also, but they didn't recruit me because due to COVID, they told they will recruit me later. And
Okay.
more than that, many places I got rejected, but I didn't lose my hope, and I started giving interviews. So I searched by LinkedIn, Indeed, and I searched for jobs and started giving interviews. So when I was giving I got the confidence while giving interviews. I built the confidence of giving interviews of data science, and one got clicked, and I got this job.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, great. And could you tell me how is your new company? Not much. I would not ask you about the company's name, but how the company is, how is the culture, how is the environment? Are they accepting newcomers, or I mean, basically, you can talk about the environment and how the work culture is.
Yeah, so it's a pure remote working. So I have joined recently. I hardly know people. Like as remote, we only know our team. So it's like they recruit freshers also. So they will go through two round of interviews, and
Okay,
freshers are also invited. Like they recruit freshers also. So they have different like data analysis team. They have machine learning team too. So there
okay,
are two. Yeah. So they recruit accordingly.
okay. And do you have any scope of working on some latest technologies, or maybe some NLP related use cases, or deep learning kind of use
Yeah.
cases? Like, yeah,
Yeah, the company is actually working on NLP,
okay,
the AI and NLP. So I don't know about mine right now because I've just joined. Like uh,
okay,
it's 1 week. Tomorrow it will be 1 week. I've joined this
okay.
company. So right now I have no idea about it. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's long way to go.
Long way to
So
go. Yeah,
long
yeah,
to
yeah.
learn. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely there will be a good amount of learning, and I think startups and mid-level startups also, they support their people. So I'm really hopeful that you will have a very good learning, and you can share your experience maybe 6 months from now. Maybe we can
Yeah.
have another video like this. Now, I would like to add one small question here. If you could tell me how was the interview process, not exactly in this particular company, but it would be a general experience, like how the interviews happen in data science related profiles or something like that.
So
Maybe you can talk about that.
whatever is written in your resume, they will ask upon the basis of that only. So
Okay,
the resume should be good. So you have to focus what data and I mean, if you are showing like in my thing, I have data experiences and with my prior experiences, what data work I have done here, what cases like data cases I have used. So they will basically, and what like skills do I have. So basically, they will focus on that, like on those things, and they will ask the questions. So it will be totally from your resume. Whatever I have focused on my resume, they will ask on that.
and did any of the companies where you applied for, did they give any take home kind of assignments?
Yes, yes, they do.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so just a generic idea which I would like to share to the viewers, that in data science, mostly the interviews happen this way. Most of the companies have adapted this way of providing some assignments, some kind of take home assignments, which will not be an entire POC. Logically, it is not an entire POC, but it would be, it would be a subtopic of that, where they would like to see your way of dealing this particular problem or something like that, and then that's where they take ahead to the next rounds, and they would mostly be focusing on what is written in your resume. So if you are writing something in your resume, you have to be very strong in that. Let's say you are just mentioning a classification problem, you have to know each and every in and out of that, like what is a classification problem, what are the classes, how did you do the feature engineering, how did you do the feature selection, everything you have to understand. What is imbalanced data sets, everything you have to be clear on, right? So if you are not clear on that part, then you will straight away get rejected. So that's going to be one tip I would be giving to the people. Yeah, just try to prepare that way. So the next question will be on resume preparation and social profile. I believe that people who are entering this field of analytics and data science, machine learning, GitHub profile is a must for people, at least for people who are having less experience, right? When it comes to more experience into the managerial roles, GitHub might not be a mandate, but for people with less experience, GitHub, Stack Overflow, creating a good LinkedIn profile, adding jargon words which you have learned, not randomly, and then of course resume preparation. So these kind of minute steps adds values to somebody's profile, right? So would you like to
Yeah,
highlight some points from your side? How did you get started with your resume preparation, and how did you create your social profile?
yeah, sure. So I made a resume of one page. So as I didn't have much experience into data analysis, so as you mentioned about GitHub, I had GitHub. So whatever projects I have done, so I have like it is in my GitHub. So GitHub should be in, like on the top position after your name, like there's a GitHub is there. So and then like whatever key skills we can input the key skills main, then whatever
Yeah,
projects we have done, then if someone is having experience, so they can include that data, whatever experience they have, then from where they have done their courses. LinkedIn profiles, I have like before making my places, people see how they have made their profile. So obviously a lot of high experienced people I am a starter, so I will not be observing their LinkedIn. We can find out that how to make our profile. So what I did, like went and saw so many people's profile, went and saw so many people's profile, got to know what overview to write, how to change the profile, and how to make the search thing. So this way, I have
okay,
like did a research on it. So from starting I'm a research girl. So I do a lot of research. Then I did my profile in that way.
okay, okay. Nice, Shraddha. Yeah, I mean, again, one small tip I would like to give to everyone, that from day one itself, you have to start your GitHub profile. GitHub profile is a must. Even if you do a small EDA, even if you do a small analysis or a small assignment on Power BI or something, you have to create your GitHub repository, and then you have to log everything there so that it is publicly available. And down the line, maybe after 1 year, if you have gone through a entire phase of learning data science and machine learning, after 1 year you will have a GitHub profile which is 1 year old. So that gives you a good positive vibe as well. And GitHub is what everybody is looking at. As a recruiter also, I also myself recruit people for my company. So I see is projects on the resume and GitHub profile. So that's a must. Thank you, Shraddha, for highlighting this as well. Now, uh, one important question, like what tips you would be like to give to people who are like you, who are coming from a different domain, they are not familiar with the data science domain, and what kind of tips you would be giving to them?
So like how I started very slow. So like I came from healthcare. So it's like if I'm coming from healthcare, I had 5 years of experience into healthcare basically, and 1 year into data science. I've counted like that in 6 years. So there will be a means down in your salary. So after like changing of data science, you have to again start that domain from the start. So there will be a down in your salary. So many people I know, like they were not ready to go for that, but they want to change. But going into another that mindset should be there, that when you are starting, yes, obviously you will start with a low salary, but yeah, after gaining experience of 2 to 3 years, obviously you will like earn more than what you were earning before.
Yeah,
So like go slow, start what you know. Like I was good in analysis, so I started with analysis, and right now I am like learning machine learning. So I'm going slow on that. So I'll tell that
Okay.
just go slow and have the mindset that you like in 2 to 3 years people will go in a high position. If you want really to change, then this is the time.
Yeah, it's good that you're following your
This was my
passion and dreams.
strategy.
That's a great strategy actually. I mean, many people don't really do that. They are not able to accept that fact that I will go for a loss or something like that. Many people also are successful in doing a proper transition from X to 2X or 3X kind of salaries, but sometimes you also have to do some kind of you have to go for a less salaried job as well. It happens. So when you are following your dreams you have to compromise something. So I think it's a good point which you have done. You have been following your passion, and you have been successful so far, and I wish you will also be successful in the next few years. So my next question is
Thank you.
related to that. So where would you see yourself after 5 years? A very
Um,
generic HR kind of question. So
uh, I don't know after 5 years, but I want to see as a data scientist myself in some years. Like I want to learn machine learning and grow into that. So maybe data scientist or maybe something else like data scientist. So I don't know
may-
that, but learning is always there.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm learning, want
yeah,
to
yeah,
keep on learning with new after Python. Maybe something else will be coming. I want to learn that also. So be
yeah,
updated
sure.
with the industry. So
Yeah, I mean,
this is
coming down the line, I would say that in the next 2 or 3 years, data science is going to be a mandate in each and every resume, each and every job profile. That's for sure. So many people think it as a job option, but I would recommend people to think it as an upskilling option. You should think it as an upskilling so that you can add some skills to it, because when you start learning data science there are a lot of things which you add to your profile, be it the data analysis part, Python, statistics, or the BI part, Power BI, Tableau, or machine learning. There are a lot of things to add, right? But many people think it as a job oriented kind of thing. And I just want to switch I have 15 lakhs and I want to switch it to 25 lakhs. How quickly can I do it? Let's go for a data science course. So people who are thinking that way, I would not recommend that. But yeah, data science is definitely going to help you down the line, and it should be treated as an upskilling option. And thank you, Shraddha, for joining the session. I have been requesting you for a couple of days, and yeah, finally I got your time. So it was a nice experience with you, talking with you, and again we can have another discussion after 6 months or 1 year to track down your progress, maybe. And
sure.
that's it. Thank you for joining the session, and thank you everyone for watching this video. Now, if you like this video, and please, now if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shraddha. Bye bye.